Hello everyone, and how are you? So, we are getting closer and closer to Rosh Hashanah, and we already learned so many things about what the month of Elul means and what we need to do in the preparation for the big day that every single person in this world is going to stand in front of the Master of the world. We already know that the month of Elul is a month that helps us to reconnect and rebuild our connection with ourselves, with the world, with Hashem. And it's the month where we have to sort of like close our to do a cheshbon nefesh, yes, to look inside and see who am I, what am I on the right track? Yes, am I doing what I should do? What I need to do for the next year? What I need to do more? And all these questions that we have, and all this work that we are doing, especially now that we are getting closer to Yom Adin, yes, the Day of Judgment. There is a custom that after all these, thoughts and things that we are sorry for, and things that we would have wanted to do better, and all this tshuva that we're doing, and all the slichot that we heard, and the shofar, and all the, the crying and everything, there is a custom to go into Rosh Hashanah with a clear mind, with happiness, dressed in white. Yeah, also in Yom Kippur we have this custom to dress in white because we resemble angels. Yes, no food, no drinks. Yes, it's a day where Hashem is forgiving us for everything. But also Rosh Hashanah, it's a day where we should dress in white, and and believe with all our heart that we did everything we could, and we did our ishtadlut, what is asked for us in this month, to correct and do what we can correct. And we took upon us that we already know what we still need to correct, and we're on the way. But it's sort of like Hashem telling us, listen, you have nothing to worry about. Go into the Rosh Hashanah with all the bitachon, with all the belief that everything is going to be okay, that you're going to have a great year, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to protect, because at the end of the world, in the end of the day, He is the one that is going to decide everything for us. Yes, there is one thing that the person decides in life, if you are following Hashem or not following Hashem. All the other things that we have, it's Hashem. Yes, sometimes we forget, and we put our trust in people. We put our trust in, things, in papers, in, we forget that there is a master of the world, someone that created me and created this world, and knows exactly what is good for me. He knows exactly what is going to happen in the next year. He has the key for everything. He has the key for birth. He has the key for parnasa. He has the key for life and death. He has the key for health or sickness. He is the one who is going to decide what is going to happen with us next year. And if He decides something, no one can change that. And you know how many times I see different situation where people get different, they see something specifically, yes, and they're told that this is going to happen, and in the end, things are completely different than what they were told. Because who is deciding? Hashem is deciding everything, especially for someone that it's in conversion process, that if you convert and you get a new soul, all your mazal, everything is going to change. Everything. You're going to become a new person with a different mazal and different future. Whatever you see written on paper is not the end. There is a master of the universe. But we have this fear, we have this fear that if I put my trust in Hashem, how can I do that? Because it's sort of like giving up control. It's like, I'm going to, let Hashem decide for me. Yes, I'm going to, of course, I need to do my ishtadlut. And if I'm sick, I go to the doctor. If I need to, I'm not sure about things, I can ask a rabbi, I can talk with friends, I can talk with people, yes. But in general, I know already that the only one that can, give us an answer and decide for us is Hashem. But we have this fear to give up control and, to become humble and say, Borei Olam, you know what is best for me. You know what is the best for me. And I know that if you want, everything is going to be okay. And everything is going to change. And you're going to give me everything. Because you are the master of the world. There is nobody like you. Nobody. Yes? Who can give us if not him? We, other than connecting with him and other than going back and back of what we did and what I want to become in the future, we also have to work on this fear that we have and to let it aside, to throw it away and to say, my faith, yes, it has to be bigger than the fear that I have. Because the Torah tells us that we also have to know Hashem, not only to believe in him. To know Hashem means that I know with 100% emunah, that everything comes from him. And everything, he can change everything in 1 second. If I really put my trust in Borei Olam, he tells us, if you put your trust in me, you are going to see miracles. We see this with Parnasa. We see this with Maaser. We see this with so many things when Hashem is telling us, forget about living in the future. Forget about living in the past. Start living in the now. Start living the Torah and the mitzvot right now. Connect right now and leave everything else to me. You don't need to know what is going to happen because I know what is good for you. And I know that if it's good for you to be married, you're going to be married. If it's good for you to have children, you're going to have children. Even if 100 doctors are going to tell you you're not going to have. Yes? If you, everything is different if Hashem decides that it's like that. It's so important to learn how to trust Hashem with all our hearts and not forget that only He can change and help us in our life with everything that we need, and to believe with all our hearts that Hashem loves me truly and He wants what's best for me. It doesn't matter that I think in my eyes that I'm not okay. Yes? What it matters is that I know that Hashem loves me and He wants what's best for me, like a father wants for his children. It doesn't matter that sometimes the children are making the father angry. He still loves them. Yes, he still loves them. He still wants what's best for them. This love doesn't disappear overnight. We have to trust, to be like, to trust in white, to dress in white and trust that Hashem is really going to give us everything that we need and what is good for us. So let's learn how to let our faith be bigger than our fear. Shana Tova.